Cool, everyone. Glad to see you on the second week of the fifth flip. Um, I'm a little bit ill, so my voice will sound um, unusual, and I think it won't be a big problem. So during this week, I was working on the pitch deck for my web application project I picked up the week earlier, and right now I'm ready to present the five-section pitch deck for the project. So I'd like to start with the problem I'm trying to solve with this kind of incentive. And in my opinion, I have um, two really difficult spots. First of all, is that I want to make achieving something tangible more consistent. So of course we have like efforts, like habits, and I'm doing them basically all the time. But I want an instrument that will enable me to achieve and finish actually some projects. And second of all, with I have a problem that I really struggle with the material I need to come up with for this reflection session. I'm deeply committed into recording them, but sometimes it's a problem to like gather material and you really don't know what to talk about since you've just went to work or maybe even worse when you went to university. So definitely I need to solve these two problems, which are I want to achieve something and I also want to have a language, a framework, a kind of structure of um, what to report about on these reflection sessions. And while technical side of the sleep, this project is obviously very important to me. I also have a deep interest in the shape up methodology itself. So, um, despite having the two aforementioned problems, I really want to tinker up with the shape up style of managing and delivering projects. Now I want to move to the appetite section, and appetite is very important since it establishes the cost you are ready to pay for achieving something. And for the two problems I've mentioned previously, I have an appetite of one full leap, which is 6 to 6 weeks. Yeah, basically. So as I've stated in my previous video, my leap will be structured as 1 week for shaping something, 1 week for betting on it, 6 weeks for building actual stuff, and 2 weeks as a risk reserve slash kind of cool down period, as the methodology suggests. And I decided to give this first project within this shape up framework one full leap because, first of all, for me, shape up methodology is a relatively new concept and I want to explore it thoroughly. So not just read about it, but try to implement it, go through all of its stages of delivering something from shaping to actually finishing the project and like uploading it on GitHub or whatever. Second, I have gone through entire building application building process only once when I was writing my thesis. So I feel that I need to kind of leave the reserve for some potential risks or maybe rabbit holes that I didn't anticipate, like for this simple project I'm trying to achieve. And the last reason for such a long period of time dedicated to this project is that it goes under the work and hobby vectors, where I have already some efforts going on. So I obviously have to go to my regular day job, and on the hobby vector, I also want to learn Linux, game development, C++, basically all this stuff. So and I'm also doing lead code, so definitely there will be some competition for my free time. That's why I decided to basically leave so many space for unexpected risks showing up. Now I want to move how I want to solve the problems I've stated, which are how to make something more consistent and how to provide material. And the solution I decided to take was um, I considered my current skill set and my experience, and I ended up with an idea of basically cloning some web page or application and rebuilding it myself. I know it's not very like uh, unexpected or there's no any surprises. I just wanted to basically deliver something tangible, and also explore the shape of methodology. So after some thoughts and considerations, I ended up with the Google search landing page, but for my Obsidian Vault. So the idea basically is to create one page with the reactive search box where you can type something and it will produce some suggestions in the drop down menu. So basically Google style search box. And then it will then dynamically update, of course. So it will be one component on this page, which is just this search box. Uh, of course, it will dynamically update. And furthermore, when you click on some of the suggestion, it will open the preview window. And in preview window, you can basically see the content of your node. And yeah, basically that's it. On the backend side of things, I decided to use like a flat file database, which is to basically target my backend web server, web API application on the folder, and it will just go through all the folder and basically take the file and transfer it to the front end when you click on it, of course. And also on the backend side of things, I want to implement fuzzy search algorithm in order to basically provide good suggestions, so the search will actually work, not just suggesting some random nodes. The third section of the overall approach was rabbit holes, and I've basically spotted two of them. The first one is a preview screen. Because I need to decide kind of which formats and to what degree I will support. For instance, I consider Markdown as a primary format of this application, which I will render. So it basically have to render like the bold text, the italic text, and all this fancy stuff. So this could potentially take a lot of time to implement, but yeah, I think it's totally doable, especially if you consider that there might be some already pre-built components for the front end. And last, search box might also take some time. It's only a reactive element in my UI. And since I haven't really done any components, this could take some time, and I maybe haven't considered anything important there. And finally, I want to mention the no-goes, which are the things I definitely don't do, which are like outside the scope of this project. And for now, I don't want to change the file in any way. So I just want to render the preview and that's it. So there won't be like back and forth communication between front end and back end. You can just search for node, click on it, and then view it, nothing else, without any editing and all this other stuff. And additionally, I want to also make it clear that for the suggestions in the search box, I would like to only use fuzzy search. So I don't want to implement any sort of recommendation systems. No AI, no machine learning, no ranking algorithms, just a simple fuzzy search and the metric of fuzzy search. Now, basically, that's it. Of course, I'd like to show you the screens, which are maybe come up as I tell about them. But for now, I decided to just record this, and for the next week, I think I will already start doing the, let's say, doing the search box kind of stuff. ShapeUp basically suggests that you need to define some connected kind of pieces of backend and frontend and make it, like, prototype it. So on the next week, I would like to really make the prototype of the search box without any styling, without anything, just simple plain search box. And that's it. Now, thanks for listening. I will definitely speed up this, maybe twice as much, because I really think I speak too slow. And since my, I don't know how to say it, so I'm basically ill, as you might hear. So yeah, I wish you a great week, and bye-bye.